Hello, I'm ashlesha Akella, PhD candidate at CA2 lab under supervision of Professor C.T. Lane at Center of Artificial Intelligence, School of Computer Science, University of Technology, Sydney. My main focus of PhD is time intelligence and reinforcement learning agents. Today, I'm going to talk about the research plan in this topic. Time plays a crucial role in our daily lives. Apart from the clocks and calendars we use to organize our day, we also heavily rely on the time we measure inside our brain. Imagine playing a piano. Along with learning the sequence of keys to be pressed, we also learn the precise amount of time gap to be given between the presses. The ability to experience and process the time is a fundamental for many of our daily activities. It enables humans and primates to anticipate the future, execute actions with precise timing. However, in the field of reinforcement learning, time perception and learning of representation of time is not adequately acknowledged. Most of the existing research focus mainly on the spatial aspects of the environment. Now, the question is how artificial intelligence can attain time perception. And one way to achieve this is to let an agent develop its representation of time while interacting with the environment. In the direction of this research, we had first explored how time is encoded in the brain. Many of the cognitive neuroscience studies and found out that the time is measured in the range of milliseconds to seconds, and time cells in the hippocampus, which fire at a specific points in time, contributed to this kind of activity. Research on time representation in the brain has given us several different computation models, one of which is the reservoir neurons that you are seeing it on the right hand side of the screen. In this neural network, timing relies on the dynamic changes of the activities inside the reservoir of neurons. Given an input, the recurrent properties of these neurons enables it to remember the input even for a longer amount of time, and the activity produced will help us to measure the time. Inspiring from this activity, we inherited this neural network to learn time representation in reinforcement learning agent. And the first question we asked is learning when to act. Can a reinforcement learning agent also learn when to act, along with learning what action to take? So we have disentangled this learning of optimal action and optimal time to act in two different networks. DQN is one of the popular neural networks and learning algorithm in the reinforcement learning, which showed pretty good results in big games like StarCraft for deciding to what action to be taken given a state. Along in this direction, we used similar network to learn the optimal action, and we used reservoir neural network to learn when to act. The right-hand side of the figure shows an learned activity of when to act, and the peaks, which the activity which crossed the threshold shows the agent when to act. And after 2000 episodes of learning, the agent learned to act at the correct amount of time, which is indicated by the colored bars on the right-hand side, without going away from the appropriate window. So we wanted to try in a complex environment such as Atari games, which is most popular environment in reinforcement learning agents. So the second question we asked is how much amount of time. So initially the precise timing is our focus, and now the amount of time passed starting from the stimulus is our second question. So in order to address this, we used the following network where the convolution layers in this architecture extract the features, and the features are common for both timing module and the action module. By using this particular architecture, we found some good, interesting results. This is a comparison results for normal DQN without the timing module and the DQN with the timing module, as you have seen. And we found out pretty good results in this study. We are planning to use the time synchrony in multi-agent scenario, and we are trying to formulate a new question which addresses this. Thank you for listening towards my presentation.